Make sure to follow all my other social media pages if you aren't already. Follow me on Instagram at the Healy6, Twitter at the Healy6. You can follow me on Snapchat at Healy6, and I also stream on Twitch at Healy6. What's going on, guys? Healy here, and today trying something different. I'm gonna give my opinion on the Cole Hamels trade. Obviously, I am a Cubs fan, but I've been somewhat wanting to do these types of videos. I've been seeing my boy Mark make these trade videos, MLB update videos, and I want to see if you guys are interested in my opinion, and why not start with one that's happening with my favorite team, the Chicago Cubs. But before we get into that, if you want more of these videos, show the love, hit that like button, subscribe down below, comment what you want me to talk about in the future, and what I could work on to improve these. The Cole Hamels trade happened on Thursday. It is currently Saturday. The Rangers traded Cole Hamels for Eddie Butler, Rollie Lacey, and a player to be named later. Eddie Butler, he was like a long-term reliever. He would get some spot starts here and there for the Cubs, but it just wasn't working out for him. The Cubs were looking for a starter, and Butler has no minor league options left. Could not send him down, and if they traded for someone, they had to get rid of him to free up that major league spot. Rollie Lacey isn't even a top 30 prospect in the Texas Rangers organization now. In addition, Cole Hamels still has $14 million left on his contract for the remainder of the year. The Rangers are going to send over some money, so the Cubs only have to pay $5 million of his contract. He is under contract for this year, and he has a club option for next year, $20 million. The Cubs already have 5 people under contract for next year as starting pitchers, so they aren't going to extend it. And also, Cole Hamels not worth that $20 million price tag. He's going to be a rental for the remainder of the year. Personally, I think this Cole Hamels trade is amazing. Yu Darvish has been out. He hasn't been back to prove himself. He had a rough start. I believe he will bounce back. John Lester, all-star, pitched amazing. The other 3 guys, Tyler Chatwood, we'll get into what I think about him in a couple minutes. Kyle Hendricks, he hasn't been himself this year. Still pretty decent, but his numbers aren't showing any improvement from last year. And Jose Quintana, pitching all right, but not solid enough. You might be asking why the Cubs have gone after Cole Hamels when they have 4 starters in the rotation, at least for the playoffs, and they already had 5 starters on their roster. The main reason, Tyler Chatwood. We all thought he was going to be pretty good on this Cubs team. His road stats last year, even though he put up an 8-15 record last year with the Rockies, his road stats were nice. That was the main reason. Pitching in Colorado isn't fun. His home stats were atrocious. Road stats were nice. Thought we were going to get more improvement out of him. He's always been a guy known to walk people. Last year, he had a 4.7 walks per 9. He walked a lot of people at 77 last year in 33 games, 147 innings. This year, Tyler Chatwood has an 8.1 walks per 9. He's only pitched 2/3 of the innings that he pitched last year, and he already has 85 walks on the year. He's going to be moved to the bullpen. Cole Hamels will move in to that 4 or 5 spot in the rotation and should fit in well. Cole Hamels was the #1 starter for the Rangers. Now he won't have as much pressure with this Cubs team. All he has to do is just try to be consistent, and this ball club should win some games. The Cubs have one of the best offenses in the National League. Their hitting has been outstanding this year. The problem with the Cubs this year has been their starters. Like I mentioned, they are currently 16th in the majors in ERA for starting pitching. So they needed to improve on picking up a starter. Luckily, their bullpen has helped carry the team. Currently 4th in the majors with ERA for relief pitchers, and that has helped them be the #1 record in the National League with a 60-43 record. I've been talking about guys other than Cole Hamels in this video, but I had to bring up some reasoning on why Cole Hamels was needed. Cole Hamels is spotting a 5-9 record this year. 4.72 ERA. His hits are up. His walks are up just by a little. But the one stat that has improved quite a bit over last year and is better than his career average is his strikeouts. He's striking out a lot more people this year, which should help out the Chicago Cubs. His record is atrocious. His ERA, not good. But one of the reasons why the Cubs picked up Cole Hamels is his splits. Pitching in Texas for Cole Hamels this year, he was 1-7 with a 6.41 ERA. Absolutely atrocious. Pitched 59 innings, allowed 16 homers. But on the road, he is 4-2 with a 2.93 ERA. 2.93 ERA, really good. He won't be pitching in that Texas heat. Some other interesting statistics on Cole Hamels. This year, the heart of the order, hitters 3 through 6 are only hitting 240. Their on-base percentage is 330. They have a 372 slugging against Cole Hamels. With runners in scoring position with 2 outs, Hamels has been lights out there too. Hitters are only batting 191, 255, and 277 slugging. If Hamels is ahead in the count, hitters only batting $180, getting on base 199, and they're batting 329, and they have a 329 slugging. And with 2 strikes, Cole Hamels is holding hitters to a 154 average. Those are some interesting stats to look at. Also, Cole Hamels is moving to the National League again, which should help his ERA get lowered a little bit. The American League has a lot of powerhouse hitting teams. And if he could pitch at that level with this Cubs team, he'll help them out just fine. Like I said, the Cubs offense is amazing this year, even with Chris Bryant being out. Anthony Rizzo struggling. The Cubs offense is coming alive with Jason Hayward, Javier Baez, Wilson Contreras making an impact. Addison Russell hitting well this year. Obviously, they don't need him to pitch at that 2.93 ERA level. It wouldn't hurt. But as long as he can stay consistent, they just need an arm at the back end of the rotation. This team should look amazing come playoff time. Yu Darvish needs to come back and show why we paid him the money. No, he hasn't shown that already. But this Cubs rotation now is looking scary for the playoffs. They have 5 starters that are solid now in the rotation. They can pick and choose who they want to throw. Who's going to be hot come playoff time will be who pitches. They no longer have a need for a starting pitcher. Be interesting to see if the Cubs go after anyone else in the next week before the trade deadline. But I'm glad that the Cubs made this trade for Hamels. They gave up next to nothing. They don't have to pay a lot. He won't be on the roster next year. He's going to be a rental. Low risk, high reward. Will he make somewhat of an impact like Verlander did last year, where he was pitching all right, goes to a new team, pitches lights out? I don't think so, but a man can dream. We will find out. If he pitches bad, oh well, Didn't give up a lot for him. Wasn't expected to do a lot. People look at his record this year. They see what he's doing, his ERA. Got to look at the advanced stats and his splits, which show that he could still pitch today. And that's basically going to do it for this Cole Hamels video. I rated a thumbs up for the Chicago Cubs. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, how I did in this video. I'll see you in the next one. This is Healy. I am out. Peace.
Murder on the beat.